has a phone call at 2 a.m. A broken heart on the line.
I had been doing coffee shops and doing cover music, and I had been doing that for years and years and years, and I loved it because primarily I'm a, you know, at least back then, I thought of myself as a singer and as a player, and if I had written anything, it was just a vehicle for me to just sing something, you know. But I was just as happy singing Beatles songs in a coffee shop because I just loved music. I think the moment where the switch was flipped, because I was so frustrated trying to figure out how I was going to make a record of my own song. I didn't really have a lot of songs. And I told a friend of mine, I'm like, you know what, this is not meant to happen. I'm just going to go back to what I was doing. I'm going to go play coffee shops and sing my Beatles songs and go with that. And this girl, her name is Faith, of all things, you know. I had faith in my life, and she told me, you can't do that. I'm not going to let you do that. You're way, way better than that. You need to keep writing and just keep on it, because this is what you're meant to do. And I was like, okay. So I kept thinking about it, even though I was really just wanting to quit. And Patty Griffin made a record called Living with Ghosts. You remember that record?
No.
Oh. And the story of her is that they made this huge, expensive record, and when they listened to it, it lost this magic of what she does with a guitar and her vocal. And they had this demo of her just singing in her apartment, you know, just getting these songs on a recording, and it's imperfect, you know. There's traffic noise in the background. I mean, if you listen with headphones, you can hear all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And the record label released that because it had that. It wasn't perfect, but it was emotional, and that's the most important thing. You got to move someone. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. And so when I saw that, I was like, I know what I need to do. I'm going to make a record in my bathroom. And that's what I did. I got a little Sony mini disc, and I set it up, and I just recorded songs as best I could, and then I took, you know, the best take out of 3 or 4, and then I made a record of that, and MySpace started becoming popular, and I kind of lucked out. I was sort of in the right place at the right time. I took my coffee shop mailing list, and I told everyone, hey, I'm on MySpace, and then, hey, I made a record, and I've got some songs, and it all was just kind of the perfect storm, and it came together. And I remember just, you know, like, it was right about the time I met you. I was getting out and playing songs and seeing people at shows that I didn't know, that I wasn't related to. You know, hey man, we saw you on, heard you on MySpace. We like that Whisper song, that was cool. You gotta play that tonight. And that was the moment where it was like, cool, this is where I'm gonna be for a while. And that was it. And here I am.
How do I ask her to come back to me after I've told her goodbye? How do I love her so desperately when for so long I've pushed her aside? How do I walk back into her life when I'm the one that walked out on hers? How do I ask her to see me again when I told her that I wasn't sure if we could be friends? God, can't you whisper in her ear anywhere on the way to her car before the wind blows her too far away from my heart? How do I try and explain everything? Nothing I say seems to fit. How do I get her to pick up the phone? How did we ever get like this? What kind of man lets love slip away? Leave such a good thing behind. I'm holding my hands pressed, praying to find a can you whisper in her ear? Anywhere on the way to her car, before the wind blows too far away from my heart. God, can you whisper in her ear? And it's while she's lying on her bed, can you tell her everything that I've said? Everything that I've said, everything that I've said. Can we take these broken wings, learn to fly again, learn to live so free? When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us sing. Can we take these broken wings, learn to fly again, learn to live so free? When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us sing. The book of love will open up and let us sing. Alright. I was gonna do the okay for Canada.
I don't know. I think we both, as people, have a lot to teach each other. I think we're very different in a lot of ways. I feel like I'm very, kind of like a puppy sometimes. I'm like very active and really excited about getting into stuff, and I probably overshare, talk too much, talk too fast. On the other hand, you are more deliberate, more careful. You think before you speak. Something that I probably should do more. And I feel like I learn a lot from being around you. There are just ways you handle situations that are a little bit more careful and methodical. And I think, at least my opinion, that you probably might have something to learn from me. That feels weird saying, but
plenty. I've learned plenty.
I think that the way I look at the business, the way I look at just sort of interactions, I feel like we've met in the middle in a lot of ways. I've become a little bit more thoughtful about how I share things, how I present myself, and I feel like you become more relaxed about how you share things. I think the Patreon thing is a perfect example of that. The Tony that I met 5 years ago or 7 or 8 years ago never would have done this. And this is, this is an evolution. And it's cool to see you have come through that and learn to trust more sort of the people who hold you up.
Tell me he loves you the way I tried to for so long. So long. It's so easy for you to say. Seems it's so easy for you to say goodbye, goodbye. Staring at your picture, still in this frame, the smile that you gave me as I laughed at your name. Trying to forget this, trying to move on, trying to figure out why it's taking so long to come to your senses, swallow my pride. so long. I guess it's so long, so long. So long, stay so long, so long.
It's one tool. You know, I wouldn't say tool, but it's just it's a platform for people to share things. You know, it's no different than 50 years ago or 100 years ago. Hey, have you heard about this Bach guy? He's pretty good. Check him out. He's playing at this church. Let's go see what this is all about. You know, word of mouth, I think, is everything, and social media just makes it faster and makes it easier for someone to share. Back in, you know, Bach's day, for example, you wanted to see someone play, you had to go see someone play. There was no records, there was no published music, and technology has changed that, and it's changing that faster than we can wrap our mind around it. Now you can send someone a link. This is going to be, when you edit it, this will be around the world in a blink of an eye. I mean, that's amazing that can happen. And those tools are just ways of letting the music spread faster than they could have before. But it's still the same idea. People like what you're doing creatively, and they'll tell someone about it. And so in that sense, it really doesn't change how I make music, other than I can get feedback on it immediately. Like the 52 songs thing that I did. You know, I could see immediately after writing a song if people liked it, if there was a lot of people downloading it, if there were people mentioning things about it. And it shaped what songs I put on my record versus other ones. Because, you know, like the songs that we love and we think are the ones everyone's going to love are not always the same. And, you know, we have, ultimately, it's our record and our choice. We put the songs on the record that we want, but, you know, it's a two-way thing. You know, you don't want to totally be self-serving. We're not making music entirely for ourselves. We could, but we'd be doing it entirely by ourselves, and that's not what we're after. That's not what I think any of us are after. We make music with people, for people, as well as ourselves, and it's a balance. So social media has made me aware of what people like and what people don't, and it helps make that a more, I don't know, a bigger experience than just me sitting in my bedroom writing a song.
Strong enough to stand.